Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here and I'm so excited for today's video because we are going to be playing with, swatching, testing all of the items from the new Patrick Starrr and MAC collaboration. Just in case you have been living under a rock and you don't know who Patrick Starrr is, I'll link his channel below. He's a very talented makeup artist and a former MAC makeup artist. Before I even begin offering opinions on any of this stuff, I might as well just tell you I am a fan of Patrick Starrr. I think he's gorgeous, he's very talented, he has a really bubbly personality that comes through in his videos and I do enjoy watching him. I also really like that he tends to stay out of a lot of drama. I really respect that about Patrick in a time where on YouTube and on social media in general, drama and spilling tea and throwing shade and ranting and all that stuff is so popular. It's such a big way that people get attention and put themselves out there on social media, and you don't really see a lot of that from Patrick, and I really like that about him. I think that it just makes him feel very genuine, and frankly my real life has enough dramatic and exhausting things that happen in it. I don't really need social media to bring any of that to me, so I do think that Patrick does a great job of staying out of that kind of stuff. And yes, I like Patrick, I'm a fan of Patrick. I've never met Patrick in person, so I can't say, you know, this is what he's really like, but he just seems to me to be very genuine. So I'm really excited for Patrick to have this collaboration. Having a collection with MAC is huge. This collection is huge. There are 3 lipsticks, 3 lip liners, 3 lip glasses, a setting powder, and 2 4-pan palettes. So there are a lot of products in this collection. The entire collection is available in MAC stores and other retailers where MAC is sold, as well as online. It should be super easy to find. As of the time I'm filming this, everything is in stock on the MAC website. Some of the shades in this collection are existing classic MAC products, but a lot of these things were created in collaboration with Patrick. So as we go through and talk about each thing, I'll let you know whether this is an existing MAC product or a Patrick Starrr exclusive. I am wearing a lot of these products on my face today, and as we go along, I'll show you some demos of me applying everything. Let's start with the set powder. This is a loose powder. It retails for $34 US, and it is a matte finish powder. It has the little sifter top. The powder does have a bit of a skin tone kind of tint to it, so this is not a translucent powder, but it doesn't show up very tinted on the face. I was a little bit nervous about this because I saw a lot of people baking with it, and I have really dry skin. I have kind of crinkly under eyes, and powders can be really tough for me. I have to say I was so impressed by this. It doesn't look powdery or flaky at all, and my skin's extra dry right now. This powder looks so good. It even looked really smooth under my eyes and around my nose, and that's my really troublesome areas. So I have to say, as somebody who's really picky about powders with dry skin, I'm in my 30s, powders are tough for me, and I am definitely a huge fan of this. I think I'll probably need to buy a backup of this because this is probably the best loose powder that I've used in a really long time. The hype is real on this one, people. It's real. Let's talk about the lip liners next. These are all classic MAC shades. They already exist in the MAC product line, but they do have the special Patrick Starrr packaging, which has this beautiful holographic signature of Patrick's. They also have the silver caps just like the rest of the products do. These are pencil style liners, which means you do have to sharpen them. The shades are Edge to Edge, Mahogany, and Brick. And these 3 shades were chosen to coordinate with the colors that MAC created with Patrick, so let's get to those next. There are 3 lipsticks that are exclusive to this collection. These lipsticks retail for $17.50 US. And again, we're seeing the white packaging with the silver cap and the holographic signature. These are the 3 shades. This is She Betta Work, and this is a matte. It's a really pretty mid-tone rosy pink. In the middle here we have Mama Star. This is a satin finish, and I love this rich warm nude shade. Plus the satin finish is my favorite MAC lipstick finish, so this one just has my heart for sure. And lastly, another matte. This is a bright classic red, and this one's called Patrick Woo. There are also 3 coordinating lip glasses to go with this collection. They each have the same names as the lipsticks, and these will retail for $17 US. Here are some swatches of the lip glasses. The pink is She Better Work. This one is Mama Starrr, again a beautiful nude. And lastly, the bright red is Patrick Woo. Here is the Mama Starrr lipstick and lip gloss. I applied the lipstick first all over my lips. I love the satin finish lipsticks from MAC. They're so smooth, they're so comfortable. By far my favorite MAC lipstick finish. Then I topped that off with the lip gloss for a glossy finish. And I was so happy with this lip that I had to do a little happy dance. The last 2 pieces in this collection are 2 eyeshadow quads. The quads retail for $32 US, and each one has 3 existing MAC shades and then 1 Patrick Starrr exclusive shade. This is the Glam AF quad. This shade is Brulee. It's a satin, and it's just really close to my skin tone, so you'll just have to trust me, it's actually there. This is the Patrick exclusive shade. It's called Oh My God, and it's a frost. Then we have 2 classic MAC shades. They're both mattes. This is Saddle, and this is Embark. This is the Goal Getter palette. First we have a matte called Soft Brown, then a frost called Amber Lights, another matte called Swiss Chocolate, and this is the Patrick shade. It's also a matte and it's called I'm Into It. I think that this shade, I'm Into It, looks brighter in the pan and it looks a little bit more subdued and more brown toned in swatch. To create my eye look using these palettes, I started by priming my eyes with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. It's my favorite eye base, I use it all the time. Then I set that base with the shade Brulee. This is just the perfect skin tone match for me. Then for my transition shade, I used Soft Brown, and I put that into my entire crease, but I did focus it more on the outer part of the eye. Then I started building up a little bit more depth using the shade Swiss Chocolate on a slightly smaller brush on the outer part of my eye and in my outer crease area. I love the way these 2 shades work together to create a transition shade. And now I'm going to use I'm Into It on the outer part of my lid, and I'm just packing that on really carefully with a small flat brush to create some real depth on the outer part of the eye. Then I'm using Soft Brown on a small flat brush and just brushing that right along the lower lash line. Next, I'm going to take the shade Oh My God, and I'm going to apply that with my finger. This is so shiny and so pigmented and so pretty. I really love this shade. Next, I'm taking Amber Lights, and I'm going to apply that with my finger also, just really gently tapping that on the center part of my eye to bring a little brightness to the lid. Then I curled my lashes, added some of my favorite L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, and that's my finished look. I love this. This is definitely a go-to everyday kind of eye look for me, and with these shadows, it was so easy to create. I knew that I was gonna love this collection as soon as I started seeing pictures of it, and now here in person, I have to say I was right. I love it. I love how wearable these shades are. I love how everything is super approachable, whether you are a seasoned makeup lover, a Patrick fan, or if you're completely new to makeup and you're just starting off. These shades are not going to be too overwhelming for anyone. You can get tons of use out of these products. I think these shades are also really true to Patrick's aesthetic. All of the products are great quality. They are typical MAC quality. The shadows, the lipsticks, especially the powder, I'm very blown away by the texture of the powder. I think all of these products are a hit. I think you'll be happy no matter what you pick up. For me, personally, the standouts from the lip products. This warm medium nude shade is just the perfect lip color. I love that this is included in the collection. It's gonna look good whether I'm wearing a super subtle everyday look or even a really dramatic, more evening look. This is the kind of shade I will reach for over and over again. I really, really like both eyeshadow palettes. If I had to pick a favorite, I would probably choose the Goal Getter palette, although I really like the Glam AF one. I just think that this quad really pulls my attention. I love these warm shades. I think a lot of people are gonna be flattered by these shades and a lot of people are gonna gravitate towards them as well. I'm very surprised to say that I think the powder is a standout in this collection. Like I mentioned before, I have dry skin. Powders are really difficult for me and I think this one looks great on my skin. This stood up to the true test because I used my Shape Tape concealer and I've really struggled using that concealer. It's very thick, it's very matte, but this powder even worked with Shape Tape. That should just be enough said right there. I would love to hear your thoughts on this collection. Are any of these items on your wish list or have you already picked them up? Just leave a comment and let us know. As always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. My voice is not back to normal yet. Obviously. Whoa. Shiny. It really wouldn't be a video if my dog didn't bark while I was filming. Just wouldn't feel right. I love eyeshadow. Got a little excited as usual. I just wiped red lipstick all over myself because of who I am as a person. I had to pick up, I mean, just look at that. Look, my under eyes don't look gross.